Right now, a UW student posting a racist video on social media that's now gone viral. We have reaction from other students and what the university is saying.
Also, two major Madison health systems dropping mask requirements in some parts of the hospital, why they say now is the right time.
And later, should teens as young as 14 be allowed to serve alcohol? What one lawmaker who proposed a bill to do just that is saying about the idea. Welcome to News 3 Now at 6.
A lot of the time these things happen behind closed doors. In this instance, it just got caught on video.
That's just one of many students calling out a racist video circulating online. The clip shows a UW-Madison student saying racial slurs, and the university has now weighed in.
Our Catherine Merck tells us about the conversation online and what black students want from the administration. Catherine?
We're not showing all of the video that's being talked about online, given the nature of the words that are used here. For one black student I spoke with, she wants her administrators to protect its black students, a contrast to the language in this clip.
I'm gonna go back and find every little who did me wrong. I literally hate all of them. I'm gonna make them pick crying in the fields.
That's the video that started a lot of conversation online and back on campus. Many students have voiced their thoughts about the hateful words in the clip.
I was pretty disgusted, honestly, with some of the things that were said.
Freshman Maya Detweiler has taken to her Instagram account to talk about the harm this language has caused on campus and in the surrounding area.
Madison has a pretty big reputation about being left-leaning and liberal and open, but I think a lot of the times we see these things happen, we're like, oh, this would never happen here, but it's pretty common, especially as a black student, seeing these things being said.
In a statement on Monday, university officials said the Dean of Students' office is looking into the video and supporting students and employees who were affected. The statement added that the university can't limit what students and employees post to their personal social media accounts and can't take action against posts that are not unlawful.
I think we're all kind of waiting on the university to still make an actual solid response. I know they did post something, but it didn't really feel very comforting as a black student to hear.
Maya hopes that her and other members of the black community are supported and the conversation shifts to empower its minority students.
I think it's important for black voices to be heard. Having to see that type of language be spread about your race is truly hurtful, and it makes you feel incredibly unsafe and unseen.
This viral video comes at a time when state lawmakers have been discussing free speech rules at the university level. A University of Wisconsin System student free speech survey found a majority of conservative respondents reported self-censoring views in class. There is a petition online for the student in this video to get expelled with over 1,600 signatures.
Right now, Madison police are investigating the attempted homicide of a 15-year-old boy. The teen was dropped off at UW Health East Madison just after 2 a.m. with a gunshot wound. Officers say he's in stable condition and was transferred to another hospital. Anyone with information regarding this incident should call Madison police.
A 20-year-old man faces multiple charges, including 9 felonies, after crashing into a Fond du Lac Verizon store, injuring 6 people. Benjamin Ayer was allegedly speeding when he crashed into the building around noon on April 27th. The felonies include 8 counts of first-degree recklessly endangering safety. He also faces 2 drug-related misdemeanors. First responders found the vehicle fully inside the building after impact. When officers spoke with Ayer after the crash, he admitted to huffing air duster and losing control of the car. Police also recovered marijuana and other drug paraphernalia from his vehicle. If convicted, Ayer faces a maximum of more than 60 years in prison. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for May 12th. One more cool day today before a real warm-up. Let's check the first warn forecast. Here's Julian Seawright. Julian?
That's right. Just a matter of 24 hours for us to finally get that real warm-up we've all been waiting for. But today wasn't too bad in terms of temperatures, but those winds were still rather howling throughout much of our afternoon and early into today. As of right now, our wind gusts are still around 37 miles per hour here in Madison. We'll finally start to see those taper off as we get into the rest of tonight. Right now, got some clouds, got a little bit of sun, but the temperatures themselves don't feel too bad outside. We're still on the chilly end, 52 degrees right now, slide into the 40s as we get into tonight. But as the cloud cover starts to clear, we're looking for even colder temperatures as we're looking at near 33 degrees for us here in Madison, just near freezing throughout much of southern Wisconsin, especially for areas to the east, but around 35 for Janesville and 36 for Platteville. Tomorrow, that's right. So we're going to be looking around 60 degrees for us in Madison, and then we're going to be on the up and up for the rest of the work week, which we'll get into in just a few moments. But until then, Taking a look at just when we can really start to see these winds taper off and lose their intensity, mainly going into tonight's not going to be nearly as howling and start to really lose their breezy conditions by the time we get into our Wednesday morning. We're going to talk about that warm-up and some other surprises in our forecast coming up in a few moments. Until then, back to you guys.
All right, Julian, this morning UW Health and Unity Point Meriter announced they are dropping the requirement for patients and staff to wear masks inside certain parts of their facilities.
The two are the last of the major Madison health systems to do so. Our Kyle Pozorski joins us live to share why that decision came today. Kyle?
Well, Charlotte and Eric, in 2020, everyone around the world had to adjust to a new world of wearing face masks. And that was a big adjustment for a lot of people. But now, 3 years on from the pandemic, the health systems are rolling back those requirements. Dr. Jeff Potoff of UW Health tells me that the decision to switch to optional mask wearing was weeks in the making, closely monitoring the decrease in COVID cases across the state.
We're getting to the point where COVID levels are in a reasonable enough spot, and they've been there for a number of weeks. We don't think things are going to bounce around a whole lot.
Staff and patients are still required to wear masks in high-risk areas, which include the breast center, dialysis, and urgent care waiting rooms. Potoff did also tell me that they are going to continue closely monitoring if the cases continue to rise or if they continue to decrease. Reporting here in Madison for News 3 Now, I'm Kyle Pozorski.
Kyle, thank you. The Wisconsin Supreme Court is ruling today that a hospital cannot be forced to give a deworming drug to a COVID-19 patient. The panel ruled 6-1 in favor of Aurora Healthcare. The decision upholds a lower court's ruling against Alan Gall, who sued Aurora in 2021 when doctors refused to treat his uncle with ivermectin. The drug is commonly used in cattle and also approved for human use to fight parasites and certain skin conditions, but the FDA has not approved it for use in treating COVID-19 and warns that misusing ivermectin can be harmful and even deadly. Meanwhile, an update in the opioid crisis. Wisconsin legislators are accepting the state's share of a settlement stemming from a lawsuit against a drug manufacturer. A coalition of states and local governments secured settlements with opioid manufacturers Teva and Allergan, as well as with pharmaceutical chains Walmart, Walgreens, and CVS, totaling more than $19 billion. Wisconsin is in line to receive more than $324 million of that money, with 30% going to the state and 70% going to county governments.
Some U.S. senators have revived a bill that would require safety features for social media. The Kids Online Safety Act would shape the basic design of social media products, and it would police specific types of harmful content. It basically puts the burden on companies like Meta, Google, and Twitter to create safe environments for children. These companies would be obligated to act against harmful content like bullying, eating disorders, and substance abuse. Opponents of the legislation say it could be used to target specific content and vulnerable groups such as LGBTQ.
The Dane County Health Council and the Foundation for Black Women's Wellness are celebrating the one-year anniversary of the ConnectRx Wisconsin program. It is a central component of the Saving Our Babies initiative. Beginning in 2018, the program works to reduce birthing and infant mortality disparities experienced by Black women in Dane County. The aim is to reduce low birth weights for babies born to Black mothers by meeting both the clinical and non-clinical needs of expectant mothers and their families.
And though we have many, many more miles to go to really eliminate these challenges, and that is our goal, to eliminate them, we are committed to staying the course and encouraged to see that the work we are undertaking together, keyword together, is bearing good fruit.
Since its launch, more than 400 Black women have been screened and referred to ConnectRx Wisconsin.
UW-Madison has its new provost, and he has experience at some of the nation's most highly acclaimed schools. Dr. Charles Lee Isbell Jr. will begin his work August 1st, taking over for John Carl Schultz, who is leaving Madison to become the president at the University of Oregon. Isbell most recently served as the dean of the College of Computing at Georgia Tech. He had previously served as an associate dean at Georgia Tech. The school's undergraduate and graduate computer science programs recently ranked in the top 10 in the nation.
When we come back, why you may not find that weekly Pick and Save ad in your local newspaper soon.
Plus, you won't need that lawnmower quite so much this month. How the city of Madison is looking to help out bees and other pollinators. That's next at 6.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something in the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes in as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Mother's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
The good news for those of you who live in the city of Madison and love pollinating insects. For the rest of this month, the city is suspending its tall grass ordinance as part of Low Mow May. The goal of Low Mow May, or No Mow May, is to help pollinators like bees have a better chance at reproducing. Through this month, the city will not cite residents for lawns with grass taller than 8 inches.
Research has shown a significant decline in pollinator populations. 40% of pollinator species on Earth may be at risk of extinction. So this really benefits both the pollinators and the flowers.
City officials recommend mowing twice this month instead of once a week, keeping grass at least 5 inches high, and allowing flowers like dandelions, clovers, and violets to grow can help bees as they emerge from hibernation and search for food.
You may not see ads for Pick and Save in your newspaper soon because Kroger, who owns Pick and Save, is ditching ads in long-running weekly grocery specials in the newspaper. Ads will now be online, but printed copies will still be available in stores. Kroger cited declining newspaper circulation and many newspapers doing away with print editions. It's a blow to newspapers that rely on ads for dwindling revenue. Still ahead, newly proposed legislation could allow teens as young as 14 to serve alcohol at bars and restaurants.
Coming up, we'll hear from one of the authors of the bill and what a local restaurant manager thinks about it.
Plus, it's going to start feeling a little bit more like May moving forward. Julian with your complete forecast after a short break.
If you're having shoulder pain, I would recommend Ortho Team because I can do anything that I want to do. And before I went, it was hard to do anything. And the staff there is wonderful.
Are record high energy and water costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive. While you may not ask for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to be without heat, water, or power. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. or visit www.heat.help.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love.
And our thick and creamy frozen custard.
We make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
As summer approaches, is your house ready? Over 7 out of 10 homes are poorly insulated. Is yours? Here are some of the signs. Is your house too cold in the winter? Is it too hot in the summer? Does your furnace and AC run almost non-stop? Do you have different temperatures in different rooms? Are your energy bills too high? You don't need a new home. You need better insulation.
And right now, during Home Improvement Month, our labor is free, but that ends May 31st.
USA Insulation.
If you're having shoulder pain, I would recommend Ortho Team because I can do anything that I want to do. And before I went, it was hard to do anything. And the staff there is wonderful.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
Republican lawmakers are calling it a simple solution to food and beverage workforce shortages in Wisconsin.
A new bill looks to teenagers to fill that gap by allowing kids as young as 14 to serve alcohol. Tahlil Mohuddin joins us with those details.
In Wisconsin, 14-year-olds are allowed to work at restaurants so long as they have a permit establishing their parents' consent. They just can't serve alcohol. Bill supporters say the problem there is that leaves underage employees only able to do part of the jobs. But many aren't sure the bill is the right solution.
Anyone under 18 serving alcohol is a real red flag for me.
That's what Angie Tivik thinks of a new bill circulating among some Wisconsin lawmakers.
And it's a maturity thing and a responsibility thing.
The measure would allow teens as young as 14 years old to serve alcoholic drinks to seated customers. But some parents worry about early exposure.
I mean, if you're not allowed to drink, why should you be around alcohol? And parents even have to lock their alcohol cabinet at home and things like that.
The bill sponsors see it as a way to tackle worker shortages in the service industry, especially in rural Wisconsin, putting the responsibility on businesses to supervise.
Once the drink gets away from the bar, it can be sipped upon at any time. It's a temptation that we choose not to put in front of people.
Still, the bill does have some advocates. Leaders with the Wisconsin Restaurant Association say they support efforts to improve staffing efficiency at struggling businesses. They say to make it work, employers would need to maintain a high level of oversight.
I think if it's just at the table instead of the bar, that I think it's a great thing for the service industry.
Others in favor of the bill say the details matter. Aside from avoiding the bar, existing law limits what shifts 14-year-olds can work.
So you're not going to be out till 2 a.m., so I think that's probably fine too.
To be made law, the bill needs to pass the Senate and State Assembly before heading over to the governor's desk. If that happens, Wisconsin would have the lowest age limit for workers allowed to serve alcohol.
Tahlil, thank you. More seasonable temperatures are on the way. Here's Julian with your complete forecast.
That's right, but before we get there, we're going to talk about the second day of our umbrella contest and our winner, George Martin, for submitting this very standard and textbook cumulonimbus cloud. You can even see just faintly over the water off of Marshall Park, where we have some Virga coming in, or even just some rain coming in from this cloud in itself. You are the winner. Thank you very much. And also, if you would like to be a winner and get one of your very own First Warn weather umbrellas, all you have to do is submit any kind of weather photo, and we here at the First Warn weather team will be looking at it and choosing, and also will be showing it here on a 6 p.m. hour, and we'll be also giving you your umbrella as well. Now, outside of that, let's go ahead and take a look at our weather headlines. Starting off, yes, we got some nice weather on the way, but when can we really start to expect it? Well, tomorrow is going to be one of the good days to start. Lower 60s, not even going to be seeing nearly as much in terms of breezy conditions. Cloud cover, however, is going to be rather stagnant over the next several days. But we are going to see more of those 60s climbing closer and closer to the 70-degree mark as we get to the back end of the work week. And folks, then we're looking at some shower activity coming in around Sunday. and potentially even some thunderstorms on the way as well. We'll get to that in a few moments. As of right now, this is what's kind of happening for us and why we've had such stagnant but quiet weather that's also been rather windy. We are actually in a mega block, which is what's happening across the United States right now. But that is really just blocking off systems that are trying to be moving from west to east, which is why you can see where the flow of that jet stream is right now. And is trapping the air over towards the Great Plains, towards parts of the Midwest. And for us, what that means is why we're getting the flow from the northwest, which has been rather windy over the last couple of days. But high pressure systems have been stagnant and stout over the Great Plains, and that's why we haven't been seeing too much in terms of change for those areas outside of dry and even the sandstorms that was over towards parts of Iowa. But as we take a look at planning out tonight, what we're going to be expecting, it's going to feel near freezing for us here in Madison. Around 33 degrees for Madison, 35 in Janesville, 36 for Platteville. Planning out tomorrow, again, the lower 60s, upper 50s throughout much of southern Wisconsin. Around 60 degrees for Janesville, 58 for Platteville. And we're going to see those winds really start to taper off as we get into tonight. Now, as the cloud cover clears, the temperatures will fall. We're looking for radial cooling for tonight, which will be pushing us near around the freezing point for many of us here in southern Wisconsin. Transitioning into tomorrow around lunchtime, the lower 50s, mid 50s is going to feel pretty good. Not going to have nearly as strong the winds either. Transitioning into our Wednesday night, still varying in cloud cover, but the good news is getting into Thursday morning, it's going to feel a lot better. Into the middle of the lower 40s, might see some shower activity to the far northeast, but temperatures climbing near 70 as we get into our Thursday afternoon, and even the upper 60s as we start to see that wind shifting. Any kind of rain, which we're going to be seeing potential showers late Thursday into our Friday, and potentially even a thunderstorm, it's going to be very minimal. Nothing that's going to be really disrupting anything into your plans going into our Thursday night or for our Friday morning. Taking a look at our 10-day forecast. Again, we do have a potential of seeing some late showers for Thursday night into Friday, but the quiet weather is really going to stay around with those lower 70s and even more 70s for next week. But that's where we're looking at more unstable weather and more thunderstorms.
The Sun Prairie Farmers Market is coming back, and it starts this Saturday. Located at the corner of Cannery Square and Market Street, the market will run from 7 to noon. It's scheduled to run on Saturdays from May through October. The weekend's market will feature live music and the Sun Prairie Public Library Dream Bus. Some market days will also have special themes like Kids Day on July 8th.
And coming up in sports, the Packers and Love agree to a contract extension. What it means for both the franchise and their starting QB. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Everybody wants a wider smile because having white teeth projects self-care, confidence, and attractiveness. Whether you're on the dating scene, interviewing for a new job, or simply looking to improve your smile, what you need is Power Swabs. Power Swabs is as easy as snap, swab, and smile. You'll notice 2 shades whiter teeth in 5 minutes and 6 shades in 7 days.
The thing I love about Power Swabs is the convenience. I mean, just you break it open, just rub it on your teeth, just like you're brushing your teeth. Let it sit there for a little bit, and you're done.
So I noticed I have a lot more stains on the sides right here. So with the Power Swab, I was able to go in there and really make sure that I was getting that coverage, and it really did work.
Just snap the stain out swab to remove stains from natural teeth as well as caps, crowns, and veneers. Then snap the whitening swab to whiten your teeth 6 shades in 7 days. Finally, smile and show off your pearly whites.
It's 5 minutes in the morning and I'm out the door, and it's amazing. It's a week's worth of 5 minutes a day, and I couldn't be happier with the results.
With Power Swabs, there's no messy strips, trays, or lights that you have to leave in your mouth for an hour. Whether you smoke or drink coffee, tea, or wine, Power Swabs is sure to lift those stains with 0 to minimal sensitivity. Just a simple 5-minute application, and each day you'll be 1 step closer to smiling with confidence.
Having shades lighter on my teeth in such a short period of time, It almost feels like cheating, to be honest with you, and it tickles me that you can get those kind of results in that short a time period.
Try Power Swabs this Mother's Day and get 50% off your order and free shipping. Plus, get a free quick stick pen to remove those coffee, wine, or smoking stains on the go. Visit powerswabs.com or call the number on your screen.
Transform your yard into something you can be proud of. From initial design to complete finished installation, Maple Leaf will design a yard that'll be the envy of the neighborhood. Maple Leaf Landscaping, your year-round property care specialists. Just look for the orange leaf.
Tomorrow, Josh shares how daycare kids are brightening the lives of nursing home residents in the 608.
And send us your weather photos for a chance to win a Firstborn weather umbrella.
And finally, it looks like some warmer weather's in the forecast over the coming week. Join us tomorrow between 4:30 and 7.
It was deadline day for the Packers. The big decision, either decide to pick up Jordan Love's $20 million fifth-year option that would be fully guaranteed, or decide not to. And the franchise did the latter and instead signed the first-year starter to a contract extension that keeps Love in Green Bay through the 2024 season. It's a one-year deal that's worth up to $22.5 million.
It's been a cool process from the day we drafted him to see him now, just to see how he's matured. In every facet of life. So I think he definitely understands that he's the guy in charge. He's going to be the guy in the huddle, and he's got to be an extension of us. And we're excited for him. We've got a lot of confidence in him.
There's not a lot of better things than hockey and fishing, and when you combine the two, you get Casting for Kids. Mark Osiecki's 5th annual fundraiser is right around the corner. May 20th is the date for the fishing tournament, dinner, and auction, with the online auction already underway at castingforkids.org. And the best part, the proceeds are donated to the American Family Children's Hospital and the UW Carbone Cancer Center.
Raising funds, raising awareness, but we're putting smiles on people's faces, and you can see a difference happening as our event continues to grow. This year we're going to have, I think, 3 or 4 different families coming that have been affected and have spent time at the hospital, and they're going to share their story there. So that's what this whole thing's about.
Some of the items to bid on: a Jerry Kelly signed driver, a Mark Johnson signed Team USA jersey, 4 different NHL game day experiences, and numerous other signed NHL sweaters, all for a great cause donated by a special group of people, one that Oz can't thank enough.
Luke Cunnan being one, and Joe Pavelski. They actually, the 2 of them, get mad if I don't call them and ask for a jersey. And a couple of years, and even this year, I didn't call them and ask them, because they donate all the time. Yeah. But they get upset with me if I don't call and ask. And that's just the community that we have, and it's fun to have those people around in our building the day of the event.
Saturday, May 20th, the big day. Hopefully it's nice out. Julian, putting in a good word now.
Well, it's actually going to be pretty nice, Zach. Well, as of right now, we are going to be on the trend for temperatures to be not only great and something we've been waiting for, but we're also looking at plenty of sunshine. Until we get into next week, where we have ample opportunity for plenty of some showers and thunderstorms in our forecast.
At least it's warming up, though. I think everybody's had enough of this chilly weather. Thanks for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.